Hello, Monsters of Adventure, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, Mortal Empires, The Twisted and the Twilight, and Part 9 of my Throt campaign. Have I managed to get that intro in before the battle is won? I mean, it's pretty bloody close, because... yeah, I think that's your main problem, because... you kind... I mean, I'm not going to even bother using cellular instability in this fight, because I don't really need to. I mean, the archers were literally torn to pieces by the wolf rats in seconds. And the spearmen only lasted slightly longer before being pummeled into jam by a horde of very angry rat ogres. So... a little bit brutal. Okay, we suffered one loss. And looks like it was that spearman that did it. Good job, buddy. I mean, you all died, but good job. Could eat you. I'll sell you off. More money. Don't need the replenishment. You only killed one thing. Hello, Goros. What do you want? You don't like me. Oh, non-aggression. Okay, I will take your non-aggression and your money. Thanks. More than happy to take that off your hands. Okay, brood breeders. Less upkeep for wolf rats. Not very expensive anyway. Unfathomable horror. Nah, know your place. Oh, strength in numbers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's get that. Helpit Tenant and Crown of Commands. Okay, now we've got skill points, but first let's kill you. Finish you off. Bop. There we go. Lost 10 that time. Oh well. And we've got the Banner of Clan Superiority. Now, I want to... what do I want to do next? Let's... okay, I want to take Hair Gig, don't I? So let's move Liv up. After we give back a skill... no, he's got Vermintide. Wither? Sure. Alright. Okay. Let's come down here. Look at that. 21k for sacking. Holy balls. Okay, they do have a couple of armies there. What about the garrison? It's a reasonable army, little army. Garrison is beefy. Beefy garrison. Okay, I think we can still do this. So let's take out this little army first. See if we can get the ambush. We did. Okay, we can kill you. We can take the replenishment. Then we can lay siege. Let's see what the auto-resolve says. Okay, that's not in our favour. We'll get some siege towers and see about... they'll probably actually sally out and attack us. But I think we're still good. I think we're still good. Okay, we've got... what do I want to do? I could bring Throt down to help, but I think I want to take out Ostland because the less stuff sending stacks our way, the better. I mean, until the Empire declares war on us. Let's go in a little ambush there. I don't really... I need another army because I don't like leaving Helpit to its own devices. It feels risky. I do need to build up some infrastructure here as well. Like, maybe gem mine? Or Bell? No, you're fairly happy anyway. Defences. You can't go wrong with defences. Let's also... oh yeah, you could do with a bell. Bells make rats happy. It's just how it works. Bells and, I guess, pots. Let's get some pots. Pots and bells. Bells and pots. Pots and arcane generators for extra income. That makes me happy. Okay, money-wise, I mean, we're not doing great, are we? Our economy is a bit trash. It's not... like, nowhere's making a huge amount of income. Oh, we've got skill points. So, Throt. Let's get Quartermaster, because that's going to reduce the income of our... in fact, double Quartermaster, because that's going to reduce the upkeep of our army. We're sub 5k. That's good. Jeremy! Oh, sneaky? Sneaky. Gorich. Blade Shield, because you're big and you don't really worry about your own defence. And Goggle Rats is really just here for the increased movement, so we don't have any missile units. I guess sneaky? Sneaky. And Jeremy 2. Oh, carrot and stick upkeep reduction. Yes! Oh, look at this. Oh, so much more money. It's so good. I'm so happy about life. Okay, Liv gets the dreaded 13th because that could come in useful in the upcoming battle. And the other Jeremy gets yet more replenishment for our units. So far, so good. Fairly happy with that. Now, people have been saying about doing the 13th scheme to get diplomatic relations with the Skaven, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think 13 additional relations is going to make any fucking difference to how the other Skaven factions feel about me. If I can get Liv that diplomatic bonus in his skill tree, then with that and some money, maybe. Ah, they have sallied out. Right. Okay, I think this is fine. We should be able... I think Liv can deal with this. This should be fine. Yeah, I'm pretty... Ooh, what about more friends? Let's bring some more friends.
Kill for me, Rat King.
So it's going to be quite a big fight, but one I think we can win. And if we can do enough damage to this garrison force coming in, then we should be able to take the city. So we've got 3 groups. The first is our monster group. So we've got the Rat Ogres, the Rat Ogre Mutants. There is the Hellpit Abomination as well. Then we've got the Wolf Rats coming in, trying to pick off these handguns and Outriders. Not necessarily the Great Swords, but may as well, because it will keep them busy while the rest of the Horde moves in. Of course, once they're in there, they're in there. You know, you can't really dislodge them. Wolf Rats chewing up those handguns, and the main force now approaching from the edge of the map. They do have some mortars. Not looking good as our third group, the infantry, the poor bloody infantry, get attacked by a flappy horse bird. Fortunately, the Council Guard are unperturbed and just start stabbing it, which it doesn't like, and it tries to get away. So we're going to be moving our force forward here because we're getting picked off with these handguns and mortar shells. We don't need that. So we need to move in to engage them, to knock them out. We are sending menace from below to try and take out those mortars, but so far, no real effect on them. They got routed pretty quickly. They have managed to actually interstate, like the mortar crew is no longer actually attending to the mortars, so we've actually managed to take out one of the mortars, and one of these mortars is actually facing in the wrong direction. So, fairly good work, I guess. Our Storm Vermin get charged in the forest, but they are in the forest, which means the Empire Knights are going to be slightly less effective, and once that charge has been taken by the Storm Vermin, it means that those Empire Knights are in a lot of trouble because the Storm Vermin outmatch them pretty considerably. It's now absolute pandemonium. The Storm Vermin fighting on the front line. We've got more Storm Vermin pouring in as the dreaded 13th spell goes off, tying in some of these handguns. Wolf Rats charging in to pick off those handguns and attack the Great Swords. We've got a big blob of monsters, the Rat Ogres, the Hellpit Abomination. Where is the Hellpit Abomination? He's in here somewhere. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. Also, poor Jeremy the Intern. There is the Huntsman General and an Empire Captain who keep trying to pick on him. Oh, there's the Hellpit Abomination. He's actually going to... He's trying to save Jeremy by taking them out, because as soon as the Hellpit Abomination goes for one of them, the other one attacks Jeremy. In the forests, the Wolf Rats chasing down these missile units, picking them off before they can get out. Clan Rats helping out with that down there as they also pick off the Huntsman. Wolf Rats charging in from behind to back them up. The melee continues, but the Great Swords are making headway against the Storm Vermin because they do have the armor piercing and the Storm Vermin don't. Meanwhile, the rear of the line, the Council Guard is protecting Liv and back along with the Hellpit Abomination as a number of enemy characters launch themselves at Liv to try and take him out. We've got the Mutant Rat Ogre in a big blob of Great Swords here, and we really need him. God, he just punch that greatsword guy to death. That's it, get straight in there, and then kaboom! Wiping out that unit of greatswords, and I think he wiped out 2 units of greatswords there, and a unit of handgunners. And the rat ogres, having dealt with the little tangle of halberdiers and greatswords that they were fighting, can now move up down the line to back up the poor beleaguered storm vermin. Elsewhere, we've been spawning in units all over the place. This storm vermin down here is still continuing to fight these Empire Knights, but also getting attacked in the flank by the greatswords. There's a big blob of greatswords down here, but finally the Hell Pit Abominations and the Rat Ogres have arrived to help out. And that's what we needed. See these greatswords now fleeing back down the hill, leaving a big pile of dead bodies at the top. And the Wolf Rats chasing down as much as possible so that we have a slightly easier battle ahead of us. A wee bit dicey, but we won. That's the main thing. Did a lot of damage to the garrison as well.
Bad things still make
Oh, the map's upside down. Don't like that. You want a peace treaty? Of course you do. Of course you do. But you're not going to get one. No, no. We're going to super kill you. Okay, map's the right way round again. Good. And Ambassador, you're going to come over and see Scroll. We've got the Assault of Stone, which is a really nice bound spell to have. Also, let's give you... Do I want to upgrade the Dreaded 13th? Yes, I do, because spawning in Storm Vermin is too good not to have. Jeremy the Intern, good job. You almost died, but you didn't. So, nice work. And back is going to bless with filth. Okay. Still looks a little bit close. If we build... Right, if we get some siege towers,
kill for me, Rat King.
We should be able to take them. Assuming no one else turns up to rain on my parade. But I don't think they will, so that's fine. Right, there's a bunch of armies down here, so let's see if we can pick them off and then finish them off. Ah, I mean, this looks fairly familiar. Let us... Now, Clan Superiority. We're going to pop that on... Let me pop it on Gorich? Sure.
Unleash war beasts. Best experiment. Come then, scum.
This is very reminiscent of the battle at the start of the episode. It's almost the same army. I think it's pretty much all they can recruit. Now, I grouped my units and told them to attack, and unfortunately it didn't work out very well, as the front of the line didn't get any... Didn't get anyone in amongst them to like engage them. Not that it's a big problem. We used some cellular instability just to break holes in the big blobs of infantry, which worked out quite nicely. We've got little tangles of these spearmen, but they're slowly getting ripped to pieces by the rat ogres and the wolf rats chasing down these crossbowmen. Although some of the units now not doing anything, including Gorich, who should have attacked the front of the line, but ended up at the back somehow. So, because of the botched attack, a lot of these units actually managing to escape the ambush, well, I say fully intact, mostly semi-intact. And that's a bit of a problem for us. We need to hunt them down with the wolf rats before they can start rallying and coming back, like these archers over here. See, this is the problem. If you don't execute your ambush well, this is the problem. You end up with enemy units all over the place. It's just not conductive to a properly run battlefield. Some units of spearmen starting to rally, but these wolf rats coming in from both sides. Not good for them. Just getting overwhelmed, sheer weight of numbers. Those rat ogres pounding spearmen into jam. You're going to get away, buddy. You're running for it. think he might even make it. Keep running. Don't look back. I mean, brutal as ever. And we should then be... No, the only slight issue is that because they kind of run away, it does mean that if we kill all these guys, that army will still be alive. Oh, we could raise it. Do I want Norden? I can't remember if it's part of my empire or not. Fuck it, I'm going to raid it. Raise it. Is it part of what I should... Is it something I should have? I don't think so. Oh shit, it is. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. If anything, they might go and resettle it and then I can just kill them again. Easy peasy. Right, in the meantime, let us get... Mine or lightning... Oh, we don't really need lightning strike. We've got ambush. Like, the chances of ambush failing are fairly small on a maxed out Skaven army, so... It's literally just better lightning strike. Let's give you opportunists. Gorich is going to get Blade Shield, because may as well. Goggle Rat is going to get Trixie, because may as well. And Jeremy is going to get... Well, as soon as you get a Brood Horror, he's getting a Brood Horror. In the meantime, I don't know Scavenge stacks, but worth a shot. Gorich has also got another skill point. Let's make him faster. Because he's not terrifying enough as he is. I could go and chase after them and kill them. Or we could just head back and heal up. We did take a lot of damage in that fight. Can we take it? Assuming they don't have another army. More than likely. I think we're okay. I'm gonna persevere. I think we're okay. Let's not worry about it too much. Red Eye Mountain, yes, we'll upgrade you, we'll upgrade you, we'll get defences there. So far, so good. Oh look, they went and settled it for me. Oh, guys, you shouldn't have. I mean, you literally shouldn't have. Terrible decision. That's mine now. Thank you. Got a growth match available. We're not going to take it just yet. Austin are dead. Good. Because I hate those guys. Right. We do have... do we only have one siege tower? I could wait for another one. I don't want to wait for another one.
You will fight. You die.
I think we'll be alright.
Attack. Die for Horned Rat.
There's a lot of firing coming, and our army is a bit tatty. That poor mutant rat ogre took an absolute blast to the face. He's taken two, in fact. He's still going, though. Mutant rat ogre in the front has managed to reach the wall, but did take quite significant damage in the meantime. Some of our more badly battered units are hiding in the forest over here because I didn't want them dying. Meanwhile, we've got our fast-moving units and a unit of storm vermin who I forgot I put in the group, and so ended up attacking this gate. Attacking this gate because it's completely undefended. They were hiding in the forest, so the AI didn't put any units to defend this. However, having spotted them, they are now moving units to try and intercept, but that's going to be way too slow. Gatehouse is going down very, very quickly, and there's a small regiment of greatswords poised, waiting for them to come through. Are they going to be able to stop them? No, it's going to be an absolute slaughter. They're going to get torn limb from limb, and of course, as soon as the gates open, we can start bringing in reinforcements. So wolf rats, clan rats, and then also storm vermin also pouring into the city from behind. We've got plenty of options to spawn in more units now, including the menace below, which is now picking off that mortar to make sure it can't do any more damage to us. So Storm Vermin now moving in to engage the Great Swords. And seeing as our Brood Horrors and Wolf Rats have managed to smash down that gate, they're also then going to move in to attack these Great Swords, who are now completely surrounded. Got some handguns on the walls there, and in fact our Storm Vermin can come in useful because they can actually engage those Huntsmen up on the top. These Great Swords are in a lot of trouble. Getting hit from behind. There come the Brood Horrors. Smashing through. Oof. And while that's going on, the main group of monstrous units smashing towards the city centre. Taking it easily. And not leaving much behind. Some small groups of Great Swords trying to sort of like fight back against the Storm Vermin, who reached the wall and are now down in the city centre, having had very little resistance at the top because of course they had rushed down to try and stop the main attack on the city centre. More clan rats being spawned in. Rat ogres smashing a unit of halberdiers to pieces. Brood Horrors ripping through those Great Swords really easily. Ooh, jam. And really, it's just this little tangle here, just this little blob of Great Swords still holding the line. I mean, and until the main army arrives. Well, that worked out fine. Now, this is probably going to be our front line at the moment, so we're going to boost it quite a bit. Unfortunately, we didn't get walls here. Never mind. Just do something like that. We do get the Warp Forge, though, which is generally fine. And we are replenishing, which, of course, is incredibly useful. And we can get a Brood Horror for Jeremy the Intern. Perfect. Perfect. Now, food has gone down a bit, to be fair, but then we spent quite a bit of it recently, so we need to be honest, I need another army over here, and I do kind of have the money now for it, so I think it's probably well worth it. We can get the pottery maker there. I'm a little nervous about leaving Hell Pit to its own devices, but I think we're just going to have to. We're going to have enough, in one turn we'll have enough growth for Hell Pits, which is great. I'm actually going to knock that down, and we're going to get... Is that fine? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're going to get the Brood Pit, and then we can get another Jeremy the Intern to put in this army. I think is what we're going to do. We're going to get Evasion, because I would like to get Plague and Pestilent Birth, because I just like the spawns for Skaven. I like you drown them in bodies, and the best way to do that is with your spells. Okay, you're not super happy, so we're going to get another bell for you, because bells, of course, make rats happy for some reason. Don't question it, it's fine. And the Pestilent Knave, now why are you unhappy? I mean, there's a few reasons, to be honest. How happy, in general, are we happy or sad? Who's the saddest of them all? You're fairly sad. Let's get a bell to cheer you up. Ostermark is fairly sad as well. It's to be expected, I guess. Let's get a bell to cheer them up as well. I mean, most of our people are sad, but then, you know, I guess we are pumping them full of growth drugs, and they are growing extra arms and legs, which I guess if someone was doing that to me, I'd be pretty peeved as well. I would be writing strongly worded letters to my local MP. I mean, I could write multiple. If you know, I had 6 arms, that's 6 letters all in one. That's a time saver. That's a time saver. However, that will have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.